And I think I've traced it all back to surrounded by Triathlon Taren in speedos. Oh, that shirt now smells like milk. Good afternoon, Trainiacs. This is day 3, hopefully the last of the forced day of rest. Should be picking up the swim training tomorrow, but I'm about to do my weekly run to the office. And because I didn't do anything this morning besides edit the vlog and sit on that couch and rest up, I had no triathlon train to share with you. But this, which I think is tipping the scales at about 30 or 40 pounds, is how I do a lot of the triathlon training that I do while making it manageable and not having a logistical nightmare as I cart all my triathlon stuff all around the city. If you're not interested in finding out what's in my travel triathlon swimming briefcase, suitcase, clothes dresser, the one thing that I want to mention before you tune out is with the launch of the coaching plan, Coach Pat has agreed to be in the vlog for a Coach Pat Q&A. So if you have any questions for Coach Pat about the new training plans or just about Coach Patisms or what it's like surviving a day surrounded by Triathlon Taren in speedos, ask those questions in the comments below, and I think one evening later this week we'll go over to Coach Pat's and we'll ask all those questions. Okay, with that said, on to unpacking what I just packed for 15 minutes. Number 1, the best headphones in the friggin' world. These are the Bose noise canceling QC35 headphones. We use this in the office so that it's a little more manageable to have open office space and not hear every little word and groan and snort and coffee slurp. I coffee slurp. I bring these home on the weekend so that when I edit videos early in the morning and no Triathlon Kim isn't up yet, I can still do that. GoPro. I still keep the GoPro around because the settings for time lapses are pretty good, and then I can stick it underwater occasionally, and I put this in the line of fire down on the bike in the way of axes. Overnight oats. All the overnight oats that you can get. These are my go-to snack when I get into the office from a swim in the morning so that I don't have to pack my bag full of food for after the swim. It's already there at the office. Lunches, 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 and lunches. Lentil stew, mystery lunch, more lentil stew, more lentil stew, and more mystery lunch. I think this is lentil spaghetti squash something. Hummus, that's my end of the day snack accompanied with rice chips. Some might call them crackers. Apples, and that's everything food-wise. But what else do we have in here that allows Triathlon Taren to Triathlon Taren? A book of all my thoughts, a Uniball Signo pen accompanied with a Midori notebook. Apparently Japanese paper is where it's at. Clothes, this little devil is what allows me to go in and out of the pool with ease and not have a whole bunch of chlorine smelling backpacks to lug around. This is obviously my speedo, but this is a container for a diving towel. If you're ever seeing those diving meets on TV and they go into the hot tub or the shower after they do a dive and then they're going like, ooh, 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 ooh. It's a chamois and it basically just stays damp and you stick it in here and there's just enough room to cram a speedo in there, wash it every couple of weeks, and bam, you got yourself enough to go swimming with. And gum. I love gum because I gotta stay fresh and so clean. Garage door opener, a lav mic for recording voice into a smartphone, Pro Bar fuel bar. I love Pro Bar. I am doing my damnedest to get them to be a Triathlon Taren sponsor. Pro Bar, if you're watching this, ding! Headphones because I listen to podcasts while I'm on the bike, and waterproof earplugs. I should really have these in the swim bag. This pocket is the further camera gear pocket. A battery for, well, you. Another GoPro battery, whole bunch of dongle attachments for a MacBook, charger for the waterproof headphones, I think. And this here, this is the Glyph Atom Raid SSD external hard drive. If you do video, audio, creative work, cannot recommend them enough. All the things that keep me pretty, moisturizer for after the pool, Palms of Maine aluminum-free deodorant, Head and Shoulders, because you don't get a second chance to make a first impression, and hair paste. And in here, I keep some random triathlon things so that no matter where I am, I've got little bits and pieces that I frequently use. Typically, I keep a swim cap and a set of goggles so that no matter where I am in the world, because I travel with this bag, I've got a swim cap and goggles, and I can go swimming in a hotel pool. I keep my Garmin 920 XD and heart rate monitor so that I can go for a run anywhere. Keep a race belt because I bring this bag to races as well. And this needs to go in the garbage. I have no idea what that is. And then down here, I've got the spiky ball of death so that no matter where I am, I can always roll out my feet a little bit or my glute med, and then a thick stretchy band. Finally, last pocket, an extra GoPro battery. I knew I had a third one of these. Yeah. And then my passport, because I never want to have to look at it when I'm strapped for time going to the airport, and a financial calculator, because I used to be an investment advisor and I'm a nerd like that. Oh, and another battery for the camera. I wonder this thing's so heavy. Okay, so the idea with all of this over several years of traveling around by bike, going from one workout to the next, one workout to the office to a workout, is that I want to be able to, with as few changes of logistical gear as possible, that I can go from swimming to the office, to a meeting, eating, back to the office, to a workout, and all I have to worry about is just grabbing my backpack and going. A couple of the other things that I do that overlap commuting with real life, with working out, is that I use running shoes for commuting and for walking around the office and for training. So I can go from the bike to standing in the office to going for a run, all without bringing a whole bunch of different pairs of shoes. And then as far as shirts go, I'm a fan of Icebreaker merino wool shirts. Granted, I'm not a huge fan of their bottoms for base layers. I find them a little bit flimsy for commuting and for running around. They get a lot of tears, but the shirts stand up really well. They also don't need washing very often because they're wool, so they're natural and they don't stink. And they look pretty classy. So there have been a number of times that I've worn this commuting. I take it off, go into my backpack, and all of a sudden, I got no shirt. I can still wear this to a meeting. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and pack all this back up, and let's go to the office and do our... Ooh, there's a couple of things there that I've got stashed in drawers that will help all of you be Mr. Super Duper Active or Miss Super Duper Active in your office and not look like that guy that walks in just from the gym. All right. End of the weekend office trip. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh, whoa. This is a record. Holy smokes. You want to talk about strength training? Whoa. So, yeah, you know what? Personally, I find that if I have to think about what I'm going to eat every single day, I'm going to think about eating bad things every single day. But if I think about it once, and then by the time I get here to the office, the only options that I have are good, healthy options, likelihood of me eating healthy is a heck of a lot better. Well, that shirt now smells like milk. These last two sneaky tips for you. If you're worried about getting into the office and being sweaty, baby wipes and baby powder. I'm serious, it works. People will be asking you all day, you smell so good, what do you do? And you're like, well, I just get super sweaty and then put a bunch of baby products all over me. Easy as that. And last thing, a small update on the forced 3 days off here and how I'm feeling after taking off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, talking about the blood test results and all my hormones and my rods and cones being all off over the weekend. I did a fair bit of like cross-referencing, a little bit of research on what the blood test results said and how everything like goes into each other. That doesn't make any sense. And I think I've traced it all back to vitamin D. On a scale of 0 to 100, where 60 to 100 is good vitamin D, I'm a 4.2. And then that, I think, is what translates over to all of the other things that were a little bit off, which is nice because vitamin D is super easy to supplement with. And talking with a few cyclists over the weekend who were wondering why I wasn't out, they said, you know what, coincidentally, they also supplement with vitamin D even though they spend a lot of time outside. It's a really common thing for Winnipeggers because we're basically locked indoors 5 months of the year. And if you're low, just take like 5,000 IUs of D3, boom, they're good. So the next 5 weeks, up until marathon swimming, is gonna be brutal. It's gonna be brutal and awesome. All right, that's it, Trainiacs. I am out. Back to your regularly scheduled punishments starting tomorrow. And don't forget to ask your Coach Pat questions in the comments below. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.